Good morning. Good morning. Happy Sunday. I'm Katrina, the author of the book Krave. So, we're here in South Carolina, and I want to tell you, so far, so good. Good customer service. Uh, I went to go get some coffee, and I'm holding both hands, and now I need to get in. And the gentleman was like, "Let me help you with that." Look at that. Selling hospitality. Love it. Anyway, so I'm like, a little details because I haven't been on here in a while. So, um, I actually got this glare on my glasses. I might take my glasses. We'll see. Anyway, so last anyway, turn that down. So last weekend, we took grandbaby on vacation. Take this off for a second. Took grandbaby on vacation. It was great. Shout out to the girls who entertained grandbaby, and they had so much fun. And it was our anniversary, so it was like so much going on. And now Charlotte, South Carolina, right? And here I go playing. Let me see something. That's not going to work. Give me a minute. My coffee. Let's see. Just out a little bit. There we go. I think we can work. Anyway, so it's away. So, and then we're in South Carolina for the Book Lovers Expo, which was great. We were, and I hate being late, but it was raining. The weather was bad, so we had to pull over a second. Let the rain stop, and then we had to make a stop to go to the restroom. We had to get gas. It was just a whole. But we made it there. Met some lovely ladies. They were really nice. So shout out to so far so good. Even the hotel. The hotel is so freaking nice. We stand at the uh, Hilton in Columbia by the airport. Really nice. Let's get to it. So I want to talk about. So I seen Malcolm Jamal Warner, wife, uh, Gail King. First of all, you don't look like that every day, but you can't tell me you walk around looking the way you look that you couldn't do your and put a decent outfit on because you were looking for pity. I'm on your side though because I feel like if I'm married, you should make sure I'm taken care of. Especially I have your daughter. You know I don't work. That's what I do. I take care of the kid, the house, and you. So for you not to leave anything is beyond crazy. That's really shocking that Malcolm did that. But and then I don't care if you don't like her. It's not about her. It's about the child. And true, a trust. True, you might set up a trust. That's Misha. She downstairs in her room. You might set up a trust for her when she turned 18, but the mother has to provide for the child until she turned 18. And you know she don't work. That should have been set up. Let me real quick. I'm gonna tell her to stay in her room to 8:15. I'm typing slow. Forgive me. I should put the class to work. Um, so yeah, but that's big brothers. Everybody texting at the same time. Let me go back. So you know, I'm a housewife, and I sit and I take care of the kids and the house and all that kind of. I'm gonna put these kids in the house and all that kind of stuff, right? So that's what I do. I am a housewife. So I don't want how on God's green earth that you didn't leave a will. That makes no sense to me. We have a will, right? It needs to be updated because of the assets or whatever that we have. Um, I'm gonna tell you right now, our kids will not come in saying, "This is my shirt, this is my painting, this is my car." The cars are to be sold. The person that's gonna be in charge of the account. You don't need to know who that is, but what is that? Executive? I think that's it. They will be in charge of getting with the lawyer and selling. And then amongst the children and the grandchildren, everything will be split. That's how it's going to work. You're not coming in talking about my mama made this, my mama blood on it. No, you're not doing none of that. You can't even come to the house. This is the person that's in charge will get with the lawyer. They will sell everything. Certain things, like certain paintings, will be left to certain people, but other than everything is to be sold. Bank accounts, everything is going to be together. This is our will. Now you can do your will any type of way you want, but I suggest you get a will. You only have like, let's say you only have like $40,000 in what it's like uh life insurance policy or something like that. If you only have like 40,000 or something, you know, well, if you want somebody to have something extra, like okay, say 30,000 to your son, and then you want like his child to have 10,000 of that, putting the turn 18. You can write up a will with that 40,000, I guess. Or if you trust leaving it to you to do it. But money change people. I don't care how it is. Could be a lot, could be a little, but money change people. Um, and then Black Panther wife. Well, I'm gonna go back to Malcolm Jamal Warner. His mom, I don't care if you don't like her, but she's still son. Your son loved her. They were still together, clearly. And he might have told you their relationship. That's why you don't tell people what's going on in your relationship, because then they get you to the point where it's like the person. And like now, and it's time to help her because all the things you told her in that relationship. That's just like somebody who's getting DV relationship. And you go to confide in somebody, and the next thing you can't stand them and suck their teeth and roll their eyes whenever they walk in the room. But this person is not, they're not leaving them. So now you created a situation, a hostile situation, to say that if you are in some type of relationship and you need to talk about your relationship, you should go to a therapist. Never go to a therapist you can't trust. Because sometimes we be in those relationships and we're not, we just need an outlet. Trust me, I know somebody. They just need an outlet. So even down with Malcolm Jamal Warner's mother, I think it's very distasteful you are not helping them. Now, ma'am, I'm quite sure you live in a nice house. You should sell the house and move in a nice community, and then that way you'll have a little bit of change. You applications and don't depend on her because you sitting up here on Gail King looking like who did it and what makes sense to me. I'm not sitting up here begging you for no money. Take care and take care of yourself. Who do you think you are? Like, why are you begging this woman for money? Fine, you want to keep the money, keep the money. God will handle you. But I'm gonna take care of mine. I ain't gonna get on Gail King. She damn shit show on there. Father forgive me, but she did. You don't look like that every day. Anyway, my heart goes out to you. I love Malcolm Jamal Warner. And his mom, you need now you true you might have something for the daughter when she turned 18, but baby girl got a long way to go. Even if you only give her what $1 million and tell her go sit down somewhere. That's easy. Now, Black Panther family. He didn't. Um, well, he's married. Well, they both married, but the wife gets it all. So I'm just confused how the family is coming at them because they want some change. If he wanted you to have it, he would have wrote up. He figured he didn't need a will because he was married, and maybe that he thought that she was a kind person and that she would split the money amongst the three. So I'm not sure how that's going with that. I don't with his brothers. I don't. I'm more confused about that too. So the wife isn't everything to the wife. So you would think that the wife. I don't know. I don't know these relationships. Everybody's suing, but nobody wants to go to work. Nobody wants to get a job and make their own money off the land. So why is she not giving you money? The doctor's appointments where you're not at you know, um, the treatments and stuff like that. You got to make it make sense. Um, it's a reason why she's not giving money to y'all. More confused than anything. But bottom line, we need to have a will. If you have anything, even if you just own a house, um, Lovely T, shout out to Lovely T. I'm glad you're back and feeling better. But she was she had her trust set up and everything for her kids and all that kind of stuff. And also, when you get your trust done, make sure you because her biggest thing was her house, and her biggest asset was her house. I put it in there, so that was weird. So when you get it done, make sure you look at it and see that it's in your paperwork. Read your paperwork. You get a lawyer. You sit down. This is what I. If you think you don't have much, if you just own a house, still get a will. Now, like I said, our children, they get nothing. You cannot walk in this house and get nothing. To wait for the person that's in charge, and everything is to be sold. Because no, because open where okay, you get the Benz, you get the Equinox, you get this, you get that. It's a fight. I have a fight. You're gonna sit down with the lawyer and you're gonna wait till everything is sold and then we divided. Bottom line. So now you got grandkids. Got add the grandkids. So now you lose kids. But it is what it is. It's just math, you know? So I mean, and shout out to the young lady I met her book. I'm going to start reading it, hopefully tonight into tomorrow. You get a will because you have a book. So now you have your book and it's being sold. That's income forever. So now you got to have somebody to leave that to for your children. Not one definitely need a will because you got to split it up. So I mean, I just really think that uh Black Panther's wife, I think if she's not giving him nothing, it's because she was taking care of him when he was sick and they wasn't there. That's what I'm getting wrong. But uh you just can't come in. He's tell a judge to make her give you money because you his brother. I, I'm confused now, but you don't have a will. Either one of these people never had a will. Like Aretha Franklin, she didn't have a will. She wrote it down on a piece of paper that was stuffed in the couch. What the? But yet you got all these in your money, but the lawyers don't tell you get a will. We need a will and find somebody that you can trust to leave your assets to. Like, well, be in charge of your assets. And make sure it's divided equally. That's why you get the lawyer involved. And go online and apply for a will. But I don't want that. I'd rather have a lawyer because they'll take it down to send it down to the county. And you want to save the step of probate court. Don't nobody want it's a headache and it's very expensive. It will dry all the money up. And the next thing you know, your children getting sick private piece. Avoid probate court for your children. Get a will. Lawyer, figure it out. I mean, paying $600 to a lawyer to do a will is better than probate court. And this be a whole shit show. Probate court is a problems that you don't want to do. And I don't know. I just feel like our black people, we don't want to talk about having a will because you think it's like bringing death upon. It's not. It's preparing you, your children, the headache and everything. But like, I don't give a shit. Let them figure it out. And then a lot of people I talk to, they children anything. It's crazy how people leave their money to the cats and animals and all there for life itself. Uh, you just never know when. So definitely be prepared and having a will. Even if you get a divorce, let me tell you something right now. Wives have power, husbands have power. Not the person get a divorce. Don't do sit up here, separate from the person, and then be something happened to you. Excuse me. Something happened to you, and now charge you, the person that you're not with, that you can't stand every Tuesday night because they're calling you $10. So you want to get your divorce, get your will, leave everything to your child or your mother. That's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna hold you because I'm in South Carolina. We about to meet your husband sleep. I'm laying there and it's 7:44. We supposed to be leaving out at 8 o'clock. Anyway, so definitely think about getting a will and being prepared and not leaving your children a headache. As a well, some people don't care. But some of them are bastards. I hate to say it, but some our generation of children is not the we were young, you know. But so if you find it to leave your children something, do it by will. Fighting, especially if you only have one child, then still do it well. You know, just to be ready. There's nothing wrong with being prepared. We don't talk about like one time I went to the ER and my stomach was really upset because we went to Thanksgiving and the food tore my stomach up. She ain't wash her hands, nasty. Anyway, so the doctor made me a cocktail. But before the doctor came in, you know how they bring the tree. And she said, "Do you have a will?" And she looked at me because she was shocked. How dare you, a black person, have a will? I was really shocked. And she said it. She was like, "We usually don't get that. I know you don't, dear. From the trainers world." Anyway, have a great day. Be kind to one another. We about to get on the road. Ron, I know I'm about to call you. Have a good day.